Hi, welcome back to day 51 of the Light the World Build the Kingdom Challenge, where each day we get down on our knees and we ask God what's one thing we can do to build the kingdom and make the world a better place. Today's thought comes from Isaiah chapter 45 verses 2 and 3. It reads, I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness, and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which called thee by thy name, am the God of Israel. So I was looking at this and, breaking it down. Isaiah is a poet, and so he uses a lot of symbolism here. So he's saying God will go before us. So he's ahead of us. He's not waiting behind to clean up our mess. He's going before us. He's ahead of us. And whatever situation we're going into, he's going before us. And he'll make crooked places straight. Okay, so sometimes our lives take these really crooked paths and everything. And so he's saying, I'm going to straighten the path ahead up for you. Maybe it's felt crooked in the past, and you want to get things straightened out. We always say we want to get our lives straightened out or whatever. So he can straighten out those crooked paths. He's going to go ahead of us, make the things that were crooked and messed up before straight. And I will break in pieces the gates of brass. So if you think of gates, maybe to a doorway, to an opening to a city, opening to opportunities, and they're brass, they're strong gates. He's going to break them in pieces. So he's going to open doors. Going up before you and open doors before you, and cut in sunder the bars of iron. So if there's like bars over your way, like prison bars, you think of bars of iron, you're thinking maybe in prison, or in a cage of some kind. If you felt like you've been in bondage in some way, he's going to break those bars in sunder. And then it says, I will give thee the treasures of darkness. So treasures of darkness, what is that? I don't know. I think sometimes of the darkness of the deep of the ocean, maybe. The treasures of the sea, maybe, or perhaps even the treasures of the spoils of our enemies. They may have treasures. The darkness may have treasures that he will free up. The things that our enemies have taken, or the things that have been stolen from us in some way. And hidden riches of secret places. So hidden treasures, things that, maybe nobody knows about, that are stored up for you, that, those windfall type things that come along that nobody knew those hidden treasures were there. He's going to give us those things. And that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which called thee by thy name, am the God of Israel. So he does all this for us to know that he is God. He's our protector, our provider. He's the one who clears the path for us. And so we want to lean on him and look to him in whatever we're going into. I know for myself, I've had a lot of crooked paths in the past. I've had a lot of bars of iron, that different forms of bondage that I've had to deal with in my life. Whether, bondage can look like all kinds of things. It can be bad family patterns. It can be emotional or physical bondage. It can be financial bondage. There's all these different types of bondage that we have, and generational bondage. Families have patterns and things like that. But God is saying he can go through and get rid of those things, break down those iron bars that imprison us, open up those gates of brass, straighten out the crooked paths. And, if you look back on your life, I know for me, I'm looking forward right now at some really fun possibilities for my life. Things are opening up for me that are really beautiful. And I'm a little nervous about them because they seem really too good to be true. And I look at my past, and I look at those crooked paths, and I look at those iron bars and those gates that didn't open for me in the past, and I'm like thinking, well, why would they open for me in the future? But I also feel like God is saying to me, I will go before you, and I will clear this path for you. I will open up these possibilities for you. It doesn't have to be a repeat of the past. It doesn't have to be the same broken dysfunctional patterns or the same problems or whatever keep repeating over and over again. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be different if we lean on the Lord. So that's my thought for today. I hope that gives you maybe some ideas for your own situation of whatever you're going forward. But I really think it's important that we don't take counsel from our fears. A lot of times when we have these patterns that are bad or problematic, we're afraid. We're afraid to accept what God is trying to give to us. If He's trying to give us something really beautiful and good, we're scared of it because we assume it's just going to be more of the same and more heartbreak or more disappointment, when really He's trying to give us freedom. He's trying to give us a whole new suite of possibilities there. And so if we get stuck in that fear and don't look at Him in faith, then we'll just keep repeating the same stuff again. So we've got to shift out of that and look to God so that He can, follow Him down those paths where He's straightening things out for us and opening those doors. All right, y'all take care. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope you'll keep going with us on the Light the World Challenge. We're going to a 90-day challenge here. We're on day 51 here. So we just get down on our knees every day and ask God, what is one thing that we can do today to light the world, to make it a better place, and then we act courageously on the answer. Y'all take care. God bless. See y'all later.